Welcome back. Alright everyone, welcome back. Obviously this is going to be the first video you have seen in quite some time from us. Last year, I think the last video you saw was us putting a car together, and then we had to bring it to SSR because we couldn't get the motor to fit. Well, the car is right there. As you can see, it's back together, and we've been taping this entire time, but we dealt with a lot of bad luck last year. 2024 was not good to us until the end of the year. Long story short, the front clip of the car was bent. We ended up having to have it rejigged. By that time, that put us to August. During that timeline, we lost our dog Emmy, as you probably have seen her in some of the videos. And then we got our car together, and I raced the very first night and I wrecked it. And not just wrecked it, but wrecked it really good. Then I think later that week my dad got appendicitis. His appendix went out, perforated, whatever, and that was a bad deal. I think that was Memorial Day weekend. It happened on a Thursday. They didn't think it bursted or ruptured or whatever, but then they went in and then they were worried about sepsis because it had ruptured and burst. So long story short, Dad was laid up. He couldn't do anything. We continued to film. I do have videos from, I'm pretty sure it's Memorial Day weekend forward until October, the first weekend of October, which was the Fall Classic. And we intended on fully putting those out there for you guys. But I started a new business with my dad. It's called Top Shelf Designs. We do sublimated apparel, and it's gotten to the point where I had to either decide to race and do our business, or not do our business, race, and do YouTube. And therefore, YouTube's kind of been put on the back burner, and honestly, we were not going to intend on even doing YouTube. But we had a very, very successful weekend. Last weekend was our 5th and our 6th night of racing. We won both nights, Friday and Saturday. And with that comes people that want a YouTube video. But my question is to you is this. We're leaving it up to you guys. We don't want to do the YouTube stuff if you guys don't want to watch it or don't want to be a part of it. We're happy making YouTube videos, but you know, there's a lot of time that's involved in making the videos, running our business, working on a race car, and we just want to make sure that this is what you guys want. So please either reach out to us or comment on this video. Let us know, yes, you know, we'd love more videos. We like your videos, whatever. Or no, just be quite straight honest. If you're not going to watch them, just tell us. We're just trying to save ourselves some time, you know. I mean, what do you think, Mom?
Well, we'll put videos out. A lot of people have been asking every week, and I say, I'm sorry, no, there's not going to be a video because we're too busy with the apparel business and we need to get it going and off the ground, and sometimes something has to be the sacrifice.
100%.
And because these videos do take a lot of time to edit for Tim, and Tim is the one who does edit them, because somebody said, well, why can't Mom do it? Well, Mom cannot do it. Mom videos. Mom does not edit videos. I do not know how to do the software. So I think what we want to know is, what do people want to see?
Well, I mean, what do you want to see? But I mean, more importantly, are you guys interested in us going forward with the videos? I mean, yes, we have interest in the videos. It just takes a lot of time. And then and if yes, you want to see more videos, then what do you want to see? More behind the scenes in the shop, more
race day
stuff, more, you know, I'm not going to give setup information, but you know, talk about like the things, like capturing the things that Dad and I talk about that, you know, yeah, he is very critical of me, and if you guys want to see that, you're more than welcome to. But just note, like, there's going to be tough love in there, and some people want to see that and hear that, but that's made me a lot better. But it's not for everyone to see, so or hear. So we just want your opinion. We're we're more than happy. Like I said, we're more than happy to keep doing these. Really, they brought in a lot of fans to our fan base that weren't there before, and it's nice going to the track and seeing those people, but it's also heartbreaking to tell them there isn't going to be a video, especially after a very, very good weekend that we had last weekend. And to be quite honest, it was just Amber, Mom, and I, and some people that pitched in on Friday, and I honestly don't know if there would have been any time to make a video on a Friday. It was just super chaotic and not enough help, you know.
Yeah.
That's another thing is, you know, I don't have any help on the car and all the time, and I understand people that have families, and I don't want them to put the racing before their family. But if it's something you're interested in, something you want to know or learn about, message Cody Borgeson Racing on Facebook, and I'd be happy to talk to you. Obviously, you have to be able to drive to New Richmond, Wisconsin. I can't just go and pick you up all the time, or if you live in Iowa, that's obviously not going to work. So please be local, but because it takes a lot of work. There's many nights I'm in the shop 2-3 days a week until midnight, and I'm not expecting people to stay at the shop till midnight, but a couple hours a week each day, and
or just 1 or 2 days a week. If
yeah,
you had help, you could get it done.
No, here's the deal. Like, I'm in the shop probably 2 to 3 days a week because it takes me that long. I'm very picky about everything. That's why our program, I think, has elevated to the top in the last couple of years. But it takes a lot of time. And for instance, I had my dad, who's just an extra set of hands. He came up for 2 hours, and I was able to finish the car in 2 days last week. Granted, there wasn't a lot to do, but it doesn't matter. Just an extra set of hands, whether I'm teaching you or whether you already know some of this stuff. These are things, you know, that I need help on. And with a business, as you can see, wearing our apparel, there's a lot of time in designing and business related stuff. I work a full-time job. Mom and Dad work their full-time jobs, and we're just trying to get this up and going. And but also at the same point in time, we know that we've been not doing YouTube stuff, and we got a lot of I wouldn't say criticism, but feedback that they want to see more stuff. So that's kind of where we're at with everything. And I do want to touch base on our business. If you guys go to www.topshelfdesigns.com, Top Shelf Designs is with a Z at the end. So
we'll put
I'll put the hyperlink in here, whatever. We do screen printing stuff. That is not our primary focus. We're primarily focused on sublimated wear, which is not cotton. It's honestly like a wicking material, type of material. It's 100% polyester. We can do short sleeves, long sleeves, quarter zips, hoodies, baseball jerseys, football jerseys, also official apparel for like racetracks, or I mean, you basically name it, we can do it. What sublimated is, for the people that don't know, sublimated is dye injected rather than screen printing. We've done stuff for Red Cedar Speedway, Ace Media. We're just finishing up some of their stuff this week. Cedar Lake Speedway, we've done a lot of sublimated merch for them, and we've done patch hats. We can also do hats as well. And yeah, that's basically that. And if you have any questions, like I said, just reach out to us, and we'd be happy to answer it.
So the plan is now, currently right now.
For what?
That we are gonna put a video together.
Yeah, I don't know how we're going to incorporate, whether we include last week's races, which would be Friday and Saturday at Menominee, and just start from there and going forward, or if you guys, or if we decide as a family we just want to start from the beginning of the year. You know, I'm not sure how it's going to work, but we'll get something out there and get it together probably. I'm not promising it'll be this week, but I'm hopeful that it will be. It's just there's a lot going on, so we're gonna do this one video. We're gonna see how it goes. We want to hear from you, because it's very important to us that we hear from you. And then if you want us to continue with YouTube, Cody Borgeson Racing YouTube videos. We want to know what you want to see, so we're not filming a whole bunch of stuff that you guys aren't interested in.
And do us a favor and like, share, those kinds of things too, because we don't want to just make it if nobody's gonna subscribe, watch, or any of them.
So as you guys can see, we just want to hear from you and know what you guys want to see, what you want to hear maybe us talk about. As always, please like this video, share with your friends and family, and comment below, as we're going to use your feedback to make our next video, or to see if we even want to continue doing videos. See ya, take care, see you next time.